Gisela did this evening. I get to do this. Pray for me. So I may be asking from some of my friends to help me, but we're gonna nail it. Okay. So, so some of you might be in Lead the Way with home office. Some of you may have taken Lead Plus or Lead. Some of you might be in other things with home office. And the Energy Bus. If you have not read the book Energy Bus, I want you to write that big and bold in your books right now. The Energy Bus. Okay? This is what is going to be talked about a lot by John Gordon, a lot with home office, a lot through Pampered Shop, a lot through probably your teams and trainings over the next year or so. Okay? The Energy Bus. So I'm going to kind of go through it tonight. We're going to talk about some of the rules, but we're going to talk about the 3 cultures of how to grow your team, how to implement it, how to get a strong team, and how to go forth with your team. Okay? So that's tonight. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. Okay? So we ready to hunker in? Yeah. Let's get on this Energy Bus, right? Do y'all have big green ticket in your book? Yeah. Wave it around. Woo! This is your ticket. By the end of tonight, you're going to be writing on there how many directors you're going to promote by the end of this year, like in the next 90 days. Okay? Ready to sink in? How many of you think you can promote a director in the next 90 days? Y'all better have your hands up.
There you go. There you go. Come on.
Because y'all better be doing it fun, right? Yeah. All right. And if you're not a director, you will be by the end of this month, okay? If you don't believe me, let's have an individual conversation. It's true. Tina says it's true. Spend one night with me and you'll be a director in 30 days. Woo! Okay, it's time to swipe that. Oh, switches. Okay. 30 days, girls, 30 days. Basically, when I tell you this is your month, this is what's going to happen. All right, so welcome. Let's hop on this Energy Bus. So in the Energy Bus, there are 10 rules. I do have to stare at it. I don't know them all by heart. Number 1, you are the driver of your safari. You're the driver of your bus. Drive, right? You control your bus. Who gets on your bus, where it's going, where it's going to continue to go, what fuel you're going to put in it. Number 2, desire, vision, focus on how you're going to move your bus in the right direction. Number 3, rule, fuel your ride with positive energy. How many of us can be negative Nellies to ourselves sometimes? Did you know even if you think you're not being a negative Nelly to your team, they can feel it? Do y'all have team pages? Or are you a part of a team page? Do you go 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or even a week without saying anything on it? They feel it and they know it. You have to be on those. They have to see you. Invite people on your bus. Tell your team, we're going to be the next advanced director team. We're going to be the next senior director team. We're going to be the next executive team. We're going to be in the top of the company. Tell them. Envision it with them. Ask them, who's going to get on this with me? Who wants to be in the top 4% of the company? Who wants to be a leader with me in this amazing company? Number 5, don't waste your energy on those who don't get on your bus. Ooh, stepping on toes here? Do we got some of those? But they're really good. We kind of call them like vampires. You know who I'm talking about? Post sign that says no energy vampires, right? You're going to be a negative Nelly if you're not going to submit shows, if you're not going to be, you're not going to ride this bus. I only want people who are going to be riding this bus. Enthusiasm attracts more passengers and energizes them during the ride. Again, your energy. Does it mean you can't have a bad day? No. But should you be excited each and every single day? Absolutely. Absolutely. Your team needs that. You are leading the way. Love your passengers. Doesn't mean you always have to like them, but you have to love them, right? You want them on your team. You want them to be enjoying the benefits and enjoying the greatness of the things that we offer as a leader in the company, right? Drive with a purpose. You don't want to be on a roller coaster. Have a vision and go, right? Have a vision and go. Have fun and enjoy the ride. So, where are you headed? In what direction is your bus going? What is your vision for your personal business? What is your vision for your team? So as we talked about our why, and you talked about the things that you're wanting, where are you headed? In order to achieve that, what do you got to do? Do you have to make a certain dollar amount? So to make that certain dollar amount, can you stay where you're at? Or do you need to grow a bigger team? Do you need to develop a leader? Do you need to promote? Do you need to grow 3 leaders? What is your vision for your personal business? And you're going to hear us say this over and over and over again this weekend. Your business comes first. If you do not have your calendar in place with enough bookings, are you going to be able to get the sales you want? Are you going to be able to get the recruit leads you need? Are you going to be able to lead your team in the right direction? So your business needs to come first. And at Pampered Chef, we typically say 4 and add 1 more. For every 4 parties you have, you should be adding 1 more recruit. Or the old saying was 8 and 2, right? You've probably heard that a lot. Now it's same thing, just divided by 2. Every 4, add 1 more. If you are a virtual consultant, the company average is for every 4 parties, it's for every 2 cooking shows. Okay, that's the company average. Yours may be a little higher. Mine is higher. Okay, so basically 16 virtual parties to 8 cooking shows. And that's what they say is a solid business as a director. Some of you might be doing the squee pilot, or maybe you're not in a squee pilot. Squeeze your thing, squee away. That might be 8 parties too. Okay? Catalogs are gravy. That's added bonus. Okay? So with that, once your business is in place, where do you envision your team? Do you all share with your team goals? How many of you each and every single month put up a goal? Good. And if you don't, start. And here's why. Do it.
Okay.
And here's why. Your team wants to know what they are a part of. One of the things that I would do is I would put all of their names on a banner, all black. Everybody's black at the beginning of the month. And then there'd be colors. Green for 150, right? Green, active at 50. Then red at 750, hot. $750, they're earning incentives, right? And a color for $1,250, color for $2,500, a color for $4,000, because that's the highest commission. Unless it was a incentive month where $1,500, $3,000, $6,000. But typically you do the percentage increases, right? Do you know what I get on a regular basis? Hey, I turned in a party today. Can you change my color? Can you change my, hey, I recruited somebody. Can you put an extra little asterisk behind my name? Not every day. I try to do it as often as I can, but they let you know. Because they know I have a today's report, because I tend to pretty quickly, as soon as I turn in a party, I tend to send them a message like, congratulations, you turned in a party or whatever. So they know I'm watching it. So they want to be a part of something. So if you have a goal of $10,000 for your team, and that's there, and you're filling that in, and their colors are changing, they want to be a part of that. If you have a goal of adding 10 new consultants to your team, they want to be a part of that. But if you're not sharing that, do they know that? Because then it's just you, right? So share those things, okay? So imagine the possibilities. On this chart, in just a second, you're going to see 10 different leaders in this company who have had amazing growth. This is going to knock your socks off in just a second. You will see here the results year over year from May of 2018 to May of 2019. So this is going to be their May stats of 2018 to their May stats of 2019, month to month, just 1 month comparison, okay, 1 year later.
Wow.
So here's your leaders. Here's how many people were on their team in May of 2018. Here's how many people were on their team in May 2019. Here's how much organization sales they had in 2018. Here's how much organization sales they had in 2019. Here's how many directors they had, 2018. Directors they had in 2019. Their career title, consultant, advanced director, director, senior, advanced executive, senior executive, national executive. Their earnings, so like leader one earned nothing in 2018, but in May of 2019 had a $2,600 paycheck. Who here wants a $2,600 paycheck? Right? Who here would take number 12? Or number 11? Or look at number 10. In 2018, that person had a $3,900 paycheck, and in 2019 had a $1,700 paycheck. $17,000, sorry, in 1 year difference.
Yeah,
that's 1 month paycheck.
That's their May paycheck.
Any of them stand out to you? Does it make your heart race? Or you're like, that's me next year, right? That's me. So the reality today is your organization. Do you have directors, advanced directors, senior directors, executives, national executives? Or do you want those on your team? Right? Hopefully you're here at a leadership conference because you want those on your team, right?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. So, the energy bus. Believe. Believe is my word for the first 2 years. Verge was this year. Believe. If you have a desire, you also have the power to make it happen. You just have to believe. And I think that's hard for a lot of us. We don't believe in ourselves, and so it's hard to believe in others. But when you fill their cup so full and you can put so much belief in them, they'll do it all. They'll do it all. Basically, if you tell them to go put pink ribbons on the tree, they'll go do it. Right? So, leadership at Pampered Chef. All of us. The role of a leader at Pampered Chef is to build a large and productive personal team from which you continually promote new directors and help them promote in level. This is for yourself and for your team. So how do we do it? Rule number 1, you're the driver of your bus. Directors, leaders, inspirational leaders. And how do they differ? Directors direct. Directors are good at telling others what they should be doing to be successful. Are you a director? Leaders lead. They motivate others. They set the pace. They lead by example so that others will follow. Are you a leader? Are you leading the pace? If you're expecting them, are you doing it? Leaders leading, when faced with the choice of which path to follow, they always choose the path that leads to the most success, even when it may be the most difficult path to follow. Sometimes that can be difficult. Inspirational leaders. Inspirational leaders do it all. They motivate others. They set the pace. They lead by example. They believe. They believe. They believe. I love that word, believe. I tend to tell my team, do you believe? Do you believe you can get a booking today? Do you believe you can crush that record? Do you believe you can get that sales? Inspirational leaders do it all by this. They create a vision and a picture so clear that others see themselves in it. And again, that can be something as simple as a banner on your team page. Or telling them, come get on my bus. Come be a leader on my team. I go one step further. I have an entire wall in my office that is my vision board for my team. And many of you have probably seen it. It used to have only stars for each of my leaders as they promote. Now it has Mickey Mouse ears, and it's big. It's an entire wall in my office. And their picture goes on it. And so when I do meetings, guess what they see? That wall. Do they see the entire picture of where you want to be with this team? So how do you become an inspirational leader? By creating a vision and a culture for success in your organization, or a roadmap for them to see. This is rule number 2, the desire, the vision, the focus to move your bus in the right direction. Creating a culture, a set of shared values, goals, and practices that characterize a group, a team, or organization. The culture is what you do and say, the way we behave, and the way we treat others. Does your team want to be a part of your culture? Are they excited to interact? Are they excited to share with one another? Are they excited to help each other? Do they cheer each other on for success? Do they congratulate each other? Where is your culture? We can create the culture we want. Recipe for success is creating this culture is know it, teach it, live it, and protect it. Do you protect the culture of your team by getting rid of the negative Nellies? In the sense of, if you have a team page on Facebook or you're in a group chat and you have somebody who's negatively talking consistently, do you ask them to silently private message you and remove their conversation from your page? It is your page. You run that page. You are the leader of that page. It is your job to protect that page. It is your job to provide a culture in which they feel safe and accepted and excited to be a part of. Doesn't mean that somebody can't complain once in a while. We all have a little bit, right? But it's your job to protect that culture. Do you know Pampered Chef?
Are the doors not shut?
That's what it is. Thank you. And that one's not shut either. I knew that one wasn't, but that one's not. Do you know? Sorry, time out. Got it. Okay. Just want to make sure it's not the alarm system going off. Sorry, I apologize. Resume. All right. So, for your culture, do you know your Pampered Chef business? Does it flow off of your tongue so that when your consultants call, you're able to help share the information that they're looking for? Or can you say, give me a second, I'll get right back to you. Mary's going to tell you in a little bit tomorrow, you don't have to answer them right away. It's okay. They can go find the answers. Okay? Can you teach it? Do you live it? Drive with a purpose. Culture, teamwork and monthly activity. Fast-paced recruiting and growth. Career plan advancement. These are the three cultures in which you want to do each and every single month in order to grow your business at a fast pace, if that's something you desire. And I assume you're here for that purpose, right? Teamwork and monthly activity. What are you doing to create your team to want to work? They came into this business for a reason, right? What are you doing to get them excited to submit parties? Last month, we had a bunch of people facing 6 months coming off, right? So we ran makeup parties for the teens. And I will tell you that it helped about 16 different people have parties that didn't have parties. So have your directors or you as a leader run a makeup party. Mega. Sorry, not a makeup. A mega fall party. We just had a bunch of new products come out, right? And on October 1st, we even had more products come out, right? And on October 16th, we have more products coming out. Yay, right? Run a mega party. Ask everybody to invite 50 people. Share all the links one time on Facebook, pin it to the top of the page, or run a squee party if that's what you want to do. One time, pin it to the top with all the links one time. And then tell everybody it's up at the top, at the top, up at the top. And that each of your consultants should be sharing their links anyways. Run a mega party. Pop, 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 pop activity. Do you know what those sales did? We had one consultant who did this the very last week of the month, and they had $3,500 in sales with 4 people. And 3 of them basically said, I'm done. And then they did the mega party, and they're like, an $800 party? Okay, got a couple bookings. They thought their business was done. Are you creating options? Are you creating ideas for teamwork and monthly activity growth? Fast-paced recruiting. Are you fast-paced recruiting? So if you want them to be fast-paced recruiting, are you fast-paced recruiting? Again, for every 4 parties you have, add 1 more. We should be asking each and every single host, how many times? 5 times, right? Minimum of 5 times. Sometimes they don't know that they want to until we're halfway through a party or through their demo or whatever, right? Sometimes they don't know until we get done with their party. Sometimes they don't know until their best friend's having their party and they're like, dang it, I wish I had signed up, right? You're like, you still think it's $39 this month, but I would get the $199 cake. Okay? Career plan advancement. Are you sharing with your team why they should be a director? Have you talked to each and every single person and said, hey, you know what? I would love for you to be a director on my team. I would love for you to be a part of the top of the top. What is your why for Pampered Chef? Could you use some extra income? Could you use some free products each and every season? Maybe you just want to be a leader. Do you ask each and every single person? Do you ask each and every single new consultant you add to your team to promote them in 90 days? It's a lot of hard stuff, isn't it? This is how you do it. Okay? Build a large and productive personal team from which you continually develop new directors and help them promote and level. A culture for teamwork and monthly activity. Everyone working together towards common goals. Consultants being qualified each and every single month with at least 150 in sales. It's pretty easy to do this time of the year, isn't it? 100% activity. Each and every single person active on your team. Green by 15. Sure, you all hear that a lot, right? What are you doing to promote that? Are you sending out something for Green by 15? Are you sharing it on your banners? Are you sending messages? I've even gone as far as Green by 15 with 750 in sales to be earning incentives first. Why go the minimums, right? You want them working? You want them earning the incentives? Earning in both pay periods, each and every single month. Here's what I do with my virtual parties. I do virtual parties 2 times a month. I run my parties the 1st through the 7th of the month, so I get paid on the 21st. I run my second set of parties the 15th through the 21st, so I get paid the 2nd time of the month. And that's it. You either get one of those dates or you're in the next month. Okay? Unless we have like a super hot deal, and then I slide in 1 or 2 at the very end. You know, like last month with the extra 100, I slid 2 in the very end. That was nice. Okay. I did 8,500 in sales. I can't complain. So, I point to that. Are you telling them to get paid twice a month? Are you encouraging them to front load the beginning of their month so that they can get paid on the 21st? All directors and above being qualified at their level each and every month. Director teams green by 15. Can't tell you how good that feels. If you're a director and you're green by the 15th, whew, that feels good, doesn't it? And when your team is green by 15, when their directors and your director teams are green by 15, that feels good. That means on the 30th, you don't have to sweat it out. How many of you sweat it out when the credit cards decline on the last day of the month, right? I always try to encourage them, please don't turn in parties on the last day. I can't take it. And here's an example of why. We had a person, this just a couple days ago on the 30th, get right down to the wire. Third month, credit card declined on an $800 party. Guess who lost her directorship? Don't turn parties on the last day of the month. And as a leader, encourage them to do it early. Thankfully, we have a $39 kit, right? She's gonna reap around this time. Yes! Teamwork and monthly activity. Your word choices are powerful. Be sure to recognize team success each and every single month, no matter if it's $20 they turn in, $50 they turn in, $150 they turn in, $5,000 that they turn in, $20,000 that they turn in. Each and every single person is super important to your team because we need the hobbyists and the part-timers and the full-timers and the all-timers, right? Those are all full and hauled, I guess. The workers. Career timers, thank you. all the time. All the time. Oh yeah, not that.
No, all timers.
Sorry. That's me. Sorry, it's not. So make sure that you recognize each and every single person. Tag them because they're super important. They're part of your team, right? And maybe this month wasn't their month to do outstanding, but next month they might be outstanding. This might not be their month to promote to director, and the next month they might be your next director. You never know. Rule number 3, fuel your ride with positive energy. How many of you love to see your name when you do something great, right? Whether it's on Facebook, whether home office does it, whether you get tagged in something, whether you get a handwritten something, whether you get whatever, right? People like to see their name. They like to be incentivized. Fast-paced recruiting and growth. How do you create a picture and a vision for your team so clear that they can see themselves recruiting and building a team? Recruiting fixes everything. Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
How many of you can raise your hand and say, yep, that. Yep.
True.
It's easier to give birth than try to revive.
100%. 100%. If you're sitting here today and you say, but my team is not working. My team is barely functioning. It's basically me, maybe another person. Then guess what I'm going to tell you? Recruit. Let me tell you another story. On August 31st, a month after my daughter had her major surgery, I had to take it off, basically, right? I submitted $2,700. That was a pretty good month for taking it off, right? My personal team took it off too. And on August 31st, we were $96 shy of $5,000 in sales of my personal team at 10 o'clock at night on the 31st. Do you think I didn't want my paycheck? Commission overrides? Guess who found orders? Who got that $96 in? And guess who recruited a ton of people in September? Or Yeah, I recruited in August and September. And guess whose team did $20,000 in sales in September? Personal team. Woo! Recruit new people. If they don't want to work, replace them.
If you can't change your team, change your team.
Exactly. I'm giving it to you straight. I've walked the walk. I've been in the shoes. I know some of your hearts right now, right? Fast-paced recruiting growth. Lead the way and set the example. Rule number 4, invite people on your bus and share your vision for the road ahead. By leading the way, statistically, if you recruit less than 6 in a year, you're going to go backwards in a team. If you recruit 7 to 11 in a year, you're probably going to struggle some months. This is you personally. If you recruit 12 to 17 in a year, you're going to maintain a consistent team. And you're going to earn trips, and you're going to earn excellence, and you're going to earn big paycheck, right? Yeah. And when you recruit 18 to 24, you're going to have strong growth. So where do you fall? Would you say these are pretty close to on track? Yeah, right? I've been in all of those. Done them. And they're true. Set a goal to intentionally share the opportunity with everyone that you meet. Pampered Chef's purpose is enriching lives one meal and one memory at a time. The best way to enrich lives is to share the opportunity. If you think your one party that you reach approximately 20 to 30 people in, and you might get 12 to 15 orders in, is a big goal, but you recruit one person who submits 60 shows that year, and they reach 30 lives in each show, or 20 lives in each show, or even 10 lives in each show, how many more lives did you reach? How many more lives did you change? How many more people had the products they needed, the time that they needed, the ability they needed for their family? Maybe they became a consultant and they had the income they needed for their family. Just because you shared. Just because you created a team who was sharing. For every 4 parties, what do we do? Add one more. So true. Enriching lives, one meal and one memory at a time. For every 4 parties, add one more. So when we have 4 parties in a month, let's say we just have 4 parties in a month. Year number 1, our new consultants can earn $5,500. And they reached about 400 lives. But when Sally Seller submits, notice I had to say that slow, 4 parties a month and shares the opportunity consistently and adds that one extra person, in 1 year, Sally now has earned $10,000, promoted to director, and has reached 1,000 lives. Not too shabby, right? We have lots of consultants on our team who could use the $10,000. Maybe some of you could use the $10,000. Year number 2, doing the exact same thing, only 4 parties a month, and adding that one person a month. Now they're earning $20,000 a year and in reaching 3,000 people. Here are some vision boards. How many of you have vision boards? Okay. How many of you are going to leave here and you're going to have vision boards? They work. So Love Carpenter is a new national executive director. She has just a regular refrigerator paper that she puts up, and she just writes every new person who joins their team on it. These, like 100 donuts, and they just cross them off, or they add a name for each person that's added to their team. On my wall, I have stars that I write each person's name. I've even had people go, how did you know my favorite color was purple? I didn't. You're welcome. Because I have like red and blue and purple and pink. So they get a star because they're a new consultant. The goal is to have 250 by the end of the year. Do you have a vision board of how many new consultants you want on your team? This might be for you to start. And once your team starts seeing you adding to it, they're going to want to add to it too. Okay? Again, if your team's not working, what do you got to do? Recruit, change your team. How do you create a picture and a vision for your team so clear that they can see themselves moving up in that career plan? Rule number 7, enthusiasm attracts more passengers and energizes them during the ride. So how do you react to your team? Are you excited when they send you a message? Or you're like, ah, man, I have to answer them again. Or are you like, woohoo, they're working. Yeah. Change your mind. Okay. Get excited. Again, send them messages. Wahoo, you turned a $300 party. Awesome, you just submitted 750. Amazing, you're the top seller currently in the organization. Get them excited. Get them moving. Get them energized. I do that typically 15 minutes before I even get out of bed. I go through and I look at the today's report and I see who submitted something really quickly from the previous day, and I send out messages. Or I even just send out a motivation. Today's your day. How many times somebody will send something back, you don't know how bad I needed that. You don't know how bad now I want to work my business. Because you thought of me, now I can do this. You can change people's lives. 15 minutes a day. Do we all have 15 minutes a day? You can do it sitting on the toilet. On the toilet? Hey, you can do it while you're eating a candy bar in the closet from the grandbabies or something. Sit 5 minutes extra in your car before you drive home. Or a ball game. Or whatever. Take those extra minutes and change the lives of your team. Career plan advancement. Market directorship. Get the more you're looking for, or director-bound program. Partner with somebody. If you have not done this, partner with someone. Say, hey, let's do this together. Let's bring our teams together. Let's do this together. Partner with your upline, partner with a fellow director, partner with a fellow team member, whatever it takes. Do a get the more you're looking for. Right now I'm doing this with my entire organization, just basically because I want them getting shows on their calendar. Just get the foundation started, right? Then I'm going to slide into recruiting stuff with it, right? A director-bound program, fast track rewards. Do you know this is the easiest thing you can do with new consultants? Oh my gosh, Jessica, I'm so excited. You are $252 away from earning that 10-inch nonstick stainless steel skillet. What? That's all the farther I am? Yes, let's do it. Crush it this week. Let's get another booking on your calendar. the easiest messages you could be sending to your team, right? Doesn't take that much energy. Organization and vision boards, we've talked about that. Recognize career level promotions. Career plan advancement teams involves individuals and unique talents, strengths that drive towards a shared vision and direction and are fueled by enthusiasm and purpose. The power of a team. I can do things that you cannot. You can do things that I cannot. But together, we can do great things. There are many on my team that can do far better things than I can. And so you ask them to. One of my funnest things is have somebody post your Monday motivation for the team. Because when they feel like they are participating in the team page, and then they're starting to develop their leadership, and then you can say, you know what? You are doing so great. You're going to be a phenomenal director. You're going to be a phenomenal leader. Maybe they're the ones that does your Wow Wednesdays. Maybe you ask them to participate in your director meetings. What are you asking your team to help with to fuel the energy of what would help them develop in their belief to promote in leadership? So this weekend, be asking each other what they're doing to have their team do that, right? Because I don't have all the answers. I'm sure y'all are doing much better things than I do. Okay. So rule number 5, don't waste your energy on those who don't get on the bus. Number 6, post a sign that says, no energy, vampires left. Okay, you're not really gonna post that, but basically, you're not gonna deal with time wasters. Love each and every single person on your team. Again, we need the part-timers. We need the hobbyists. We need everybody on the team. And even though some of your passengers on your bus are going to promote to director and leadership levels faster than others, it's okay. You're going to love them just as equal. Have fun and enjoy the ride. Teamwork. Teamwork. You can't do this alone. Okay? Do you want to say anything? Did I miss anything?
You didn't miss a thing.
I didn't miss anything?
Did she do a great job?
Yes.
Woo!